You're listening to the Domenick Nati Show. News, gossip, celebrity interviews with limited knowledge and accuracy in sports and politics. And now, your host, celebrity publicist, Domenick Nati.
That's right, it's Friday, and it is time for the Domenick Nati Show on Intellectual Radio in Chicago and iHeartRadio. Guess what? We have another great guest for you today. Today's celebrity guest is Mariah Lynn from Love and Hip Hop New York on VH1. You guys know which one Mariah Lynn is. She's the skinny white one. She is on the show today, and I asked her a lot of juicy questions. I didn't get a ton of juicy answers, but she did go in on her nemesis, Rich Dollaz. If you guys follow the show, you know what I'm talking about. So that is our guest today. Also, a little update. Our interview that we did 2 weeks ago with Matthew Knowles is still getting pressed today. Matthew Knowles is Beyonce and Solange's father. And he promised me in a Domenick Nati Show exclusive that he was going to start suing people that told lies about him, and he did that this week. So we broke the story. Yes, you were a part of that. But that's not today. Today is Mariah Lynn with Love and Hip Hop New York, and we'll be right back with her right after this.
This is Mama G, and you're listening to the Domenick Nati Show.
This is the Domenick Nati Show on iHeartRadio and Intellectual Radio. Do you have a business and are looking for a creative and effective way to market your product or services? Are you an entertainer or recording artist looking for a captive audience to display your talent to? The Domenick Nati Show is now offering on-air commercial advertising for as low as $50. Your product or talent will be presented by celebrity publicist Domenick Nati and be seen on our social media accounts and on iHeartRadio and select stations throughout the country. Send us a message on social media at Dom Nati Show or email DomenickNatiShow@gmail.com for more information. The Domenick Nati Show, maximum exposure, minimum censorship. You're listening to the Domenick Nati Show on iHeartRadio and Intellectual Radio.
Okay, welcome back to the Domenick Nati Show on iHeartRadio and Intellectual Radio in Chicago. I've been telling you about our special guest, and the time has come. She is your favorite star of Love and Hip Hop New York. Mariah Lynn is on the phone with us. Mariah, how are you doing today?
Hi, Domenick. How are you? I'm
doing
well.
Great. Yeah, we're doing good. We're very excited. Have some listeners that have wrote in some questions that want to ask you. So a lot of your fans will be listening today. I'm going to jump right into some questions. A few weeks ago, you released a single called Play Fair. Can you tell us how that song came about?
Well, Play Fair kind of came about because I had a little crush on somebody, and, I won't say who yet, but I will say this, that the person definitely inspired me to make the record. I feel like, I give a lot of my supporters the sexy, fun, outgoing, boss side of me, and I just wanted to show a soft side of me, and basically speaking about the little crush that I had and how it makes me feel and stuff. So, and basically just in our generation today, like, couples, I think, are not what they used to be as far as like, back in the day, people got married and had kids and divorce wasn't really like a big thing. So, it's all for you if you play fair is one of the lines that I say. And basically saying, if you play fair and you don't play games and want to go cheat, and be disloyal, then, you can have all of me.
Oh, I like that. As long as you play fair, right?
Right. If you don't play fair, then I got to come fully loaded, guns blazing.
That's right. The nails come out. That's right. I got
right.
it. Now, if you could collab in your music with any artist, who would be your top pick?
My top pick for a collaboration? I would say Remy Ma would be my top pick. Right now, she is, I think, an idol, a legend, in my opinion. And I think that, especially as a female and being through everything she's been through, she is an icon to me.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got bars, too. She can really write. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, what about like? Well, let me get to that question. Well, let me ask you now. What? Who do you think is the most overrated artist in music today?
The most overrated artist in music today. Let me think. Hold on. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm really good at that, but the most overrated. I think I would say no one. I think everybody deserves their shot to kind of be on top and, have the torch passed down to them. And it's all about, just staying hungry and motivated and, keeping the music coming or, keep whatever your craft is going. And I think everybody deserves a shot, So I wouldn't say anybody's overrated. I would just say, everybody, if you're working, salute, if you're on some lazy, not trying to make a name for yourself, then that's exactly what you're going to get.
What about Lil Yachty? Do you listen to him? Do you like his music or?
I'm sorry, who was that again?
Lil Yachty?
Oh, Lil Yachty. I mean, I think he's dope, I think his records go in the club and, for the time. But I think that longevity-wise, it would just have to give a little bit more. I mean, I'm here for Lil Yachty, but, I think that there are other artists who are underrated, who are excelling more than some of the artists that are being put on these pedestals, and they're just underrated, and it's very unfortunate.
Now, how is your current relationship with Galore?
I wouldn't even say that me and Major Galore have a relationship. I would more so say that, we were a part of something that kind of affiliated us with each other. And, yeah. So I think that, like I'm a woman and I wish Major the best. And, like I said, again, as a woman and her being a woman, I would wish her the best of success. But, she's in her own lane and I'm in my own lane. And as long as she doesn't get in my way, then we won't have an issue.
Okay. Gotcha. She just stay as long as she plays.
I'm the
fair.
kind of don't start nothing, won't be nothing type of person.
Yeah.
So don't start nothing, there won't be nothing.
Gotcha. But right now you guys are just there's no issues between you two.
I would pretty much say that, we're like non-existent to each other.
Yeah.
It's not even like, I mean, you'll have to see at the reunion what happens. I can't really give away too much, but I can say that the reunion was insane, over the top. I've never seen a reunion like this since Jocelyn and Stevie went nuts on stage. So.
Wow. So there's gonna be fireworks at this reunion. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, there's gonna be cannons. There's no such thing as fireworks with what took place at reunion. So, I hope the viewers continue to tune in and see, because, I mean, I myself was like in another state of mind at reunion. So I can't wait to also see, how things play out.
Were there, did it get physical? Were there physical fights at the reunion?
They can tune in each Monday night to find out, and when the reunion comes, you'll just have to find out. But I will say that it was over the top, completely.
Over the top, cannons fired. Okay, I got you. So I did take some questions from our listeners. One of them is, at this moment, are you dating anyone? Oh, sorry. At this moment, are you dating anyone? And if so, could you tell us who it is?
Okay, so I will answer one of two questions, which is yes, I am dating somebody right now, but I cannot tell you who it is.
Okay. Is it a
and
reality?
only because it's not that serious. Like, we're just, kind of getting to know each other and finding even if we actually have a connection.
Is it a reality
star? He's an
star?
artist, you know. No, he's not a reality star. He's actually an upcoming artist.
Recording artist?
Yes, recording artist in New York City. And, you know, like I said, we're just exploring to see if there is more of a connection than what we have at this point based upon, you know, the time that we have spent together, which is not much because, you know, we're both in the industry. Me a little bit more, you know, upper echelon than him, a little bit more on another level. But, you know, I see his potential and stuff. But I don't want my relationship to ever be based on, you know, basically somebody trying to come up or maybe come up off of me, you know. So that's why I say, you know, we're taking our time. And because he's an artist, you know, as a woman and as an artist, it does throw me off a little bit. And it does make me a little bit skeptical. But it also makes me a little bit comfortable being, you know, he can understand my lifestyle and how I live and how I move in my everyday life.
Recording artist from New York. It's Bobby Shmurda. I figured it out. No, I'm just joking.
But free Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah.
Free him.
I don't know if you guys, if that's the person I would have really thought, but I'm just joking. Of all the other Love and Hip Hop stars and cast members of all the other shows, which one is your favorite?
My favorite is the Puerto Rican princess, who's actually a very close friend of mine, Jocelyn Hernandez. I think she's just an inspiration because of where she came from and all of the obstacles and everything that, you know, she's kind of overcame. And, you know, she's beat the odds set against her. And that's what I've pretty much been set out to do. And, you know, I admire that about her. And now, you know, she just had her beautiful daughter, Bonnie Bella. And, you know, I'm just really happy for her. And I hope that she's really enjoying motherhood. I seen her on The Real daytime show, and I was just so proud of my friend. You know, I've become really close to Jocelyn. But outside of that, when I was just an outsider, you know, watching and just a spectator myself, I lived for her. So, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so you watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta pretty often? Or?
Absolutely. I mean, I tune into the other franchises because, you know, I've met and, you know, have built bonds with certain of the other cast members on the other franchises, and I think that they're very talented as well. I feel that sometimes the drama on the show does overshadow the music and stuff like that, but, you know, that's why you just have to stay strong and just keep working, you know?
Awesome. Well, that's cool. So of all the castmates, of all the Love and Hip Hop shows, which one is your least favorite?
Well, I think we all know the answer to that. I would say, I don't even want to say his name, but the man who calls himself Dollars is my least favorite of the time of all people in the whole world, like the whole universe. Like, he is just my least favorite person because, you know, I honestly just don't respect the way he moves. And, you know, maybe I was just raised differently. I'm from a different generation than he is. So, yeah.
So he calls himself Dallas.
No, Rich Dollars. You know, he's my least favorite.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear what you said. I think I cut out.
Yeah. No,
okay,
I said he calls himself Dollars.
Oh, okay.
Right. He should call himself Dollars under the eyes, but, you know, we won't touch on that. So much luggage I can't even carry. Sweetheart, I'm telling you.
No surprise, I could have answered that before I asked you, but
right.
we had to check. Now, I know that you meet a lot of celebrities. Which celebrity have you enjoyed meeting the most?
Well, I would say DJ Self would be the number one person that I enjoyed meeting because he obviously helped my career immensely. And, you know, I'm signed to the Glennon team now, and I'm working on an EP that I'll be putting out shortly. I got some fire visuals coming, and, you know, I got Playfair on iTunes. I got Physical on iTunes. So I'm looking forward to all of that and this new journey I plan to embark on with DJ Self and the Gwennon team. But if I could choose the besides him, because he's obviously like somebody really, really close to me for the past, 3 to 5 years. But 50 Cent would be the one celebrity that I think was like so nice to me, so humble, so welcoming, and he made me feel very like comfortable, and he was very nice. So I would think he would be like my favorite celebrity I've met so far.
Where did you meet him at?
Well, I've met him through Self in Club Lust before, because I know he's really good friends with one of the owners. But I also met him like on a a personal basis when I had recently went up to This Is 50 and did an interview with DJ Doro, I think his name is. And, we shared the elevator down together and stuff. And I'm not going to lie, I was a little, like, intimidated. I'm normally very, like, loud and outspoken and, hyper, and I'm, like, kind of, like, high off life. But I was pretty quiet and, structured. Like, I was just kind of, like, but he, like I said, he made me feel very comfortable and stuff. And, he asked me where I was from. And so it was cute. It was nice.
Yes, well, I've met some people that met him that don't have the same experience, but then again, they're not attractive women, so it's good that might have played into it. But yes, right. that's a good story to hear. Now, what celebrity have you met that you've enjoyed meeting the least? Is there anyone that was like snubbed you or was kind of rude or anything?
Rude to me? No, I don't think anybody's ever been rude to me. Honestly, I think that, and I've met a lot of people. I mean, I've worked with Memphis Bleak. He's somebody who's like a brother to me and a mentor. He's worked extremely close by Jay-Z since 16 years old, being his hype man and going on the road with him and stuff. I've worked with producers like Rottweiler, who's produced hit records with Christina Aguilera and Method Man. So like, I've really met, and I've been blessed to meet these people because they've showed me nothing but kindness and, care. Yeah. So I haven't met the rude one yet, but I feel bad for the one who does kind of try to be rude to me, because everybody knows I'm not the one.
That's right. Well, is Rich Dollars a celebrity or no? Because that would be
Well, yeah, that's why I didn't mention him, because to me, Rich Dollars is not a celebrity. He's kind of like, like Charlamagne said, he's the donkey of the day. But for me, 365 days a year.
And where is the best place for fans to keep up with you? I mean, I know you're social media, but they can hear it from you. Plug your social media.
You lovely people of the world can follow me on Instagram at Mariah Lynn Boss with 2 N's. And on Twitter, unfortunately, that's why I'm having a problem with being verified on Instagram, is with 1 N. So you can also subscribe to my new channel on YouTube, Mariah Lynn. It's the only channel that will be having from here on out.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, and go download the DJ Self app, because you have access to everything that has to do with Mariah Lynn when it comes to DJ Self.
Yes. And download Play Fair. That is the single. Yes.
Yeah.
On iTunes. I saw it on iTunes. So download that. Support the cause. And Mariah, thank you so much for being on the show with us today.
Oh, well, thank you as well. I've had a great time. I really appreciate you guys bringing me up.
Hi, this is Todd Chrisley, and you're listening to the Domenick Nati Show.
Domenick Nati Show on iHeartRadio and Intellectual Radio. Do you have a business and are looking for a creative and effective way to market your product or services? Are you an entertainer or recording artist looking for a captive audience to display your talent to? The Domenick Nati Show is now offering on-air commercial advertising for as low as $50. Your product or talent will be presented by celebrity publicist Domenick Nati and be seen on our social media accounts and on iHeartRadio and select stations throughout the country. Send us a message on social media at Dom Nati Show or email DomenickNatiShow@gmail.com for more information. The Domenick Nati Show, maximum exposure, minimum censorship. You're listening to the Domenick Nati Show on iHeartRadio and Intellectual Radio.
And we're back. Domenick Nati Show, iHeartRadio, Intellectual Radio. That was our exclusive interview with Mariah Lynn of Love and Hip Hop New York. Yes, very nice girl. As you can see, she didn't fall for some of my tricks. I was trying to get some more gossip out of her, but she is genuinely a nice person. So there it is. I hope you enjoyed it. And what is tonight? Friday night on WeTV, 10 p.m. Dr. Miami. I believe this is episode 5 of a 6-part series. So make sure you watch that and support. And thank you for supporting the Domenick Nati Show. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.